Episode 7 of 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You went absolute ham. I mean, I haven't really pointed out before, but I really do think that this studio, Biburi Animation Studio, is going absolutely ham with this show, and this episode was a prime example of that. I almost want to say, stand aside, Mappa. Biburi's in town with 100 Girlfriends, because dang, the animation in this episode. And yes, a lot of spicy animation as well. I mean, mostly around Hakari. I was a little bit upset that Kanane didn't get as much attention in this episode. I mean, she got a lot of attention, but not with the crazy potions. I wanted her to have one of those crazy potions, do something crazy with her, but no, she just denies it the whole time. But no, Hakari, in her own mind, getting massive, and then it just ended up being just a whole melt thing, a closed melt thing, which was absolutely crazy. I think Nano's whole thing was hilarious as well, and the idea of the hair, and she's like, this is good. I'm good with this. And then Shizuka with the cute hair. We have to acknowledge Kusuri needs a Nobel Peace Prize. She needs some sort of grand science prize, because this girl figured out how to make animal girls with Shizuka. Yes, please. But no, great episode overall. I think the only kind of disappointment I had was I thought that this was going to be a case where Kusuri was only going to get basically a half episode. Her introduction and her joining the harem was like quick. It was super quick. But I kind of felt like the second half of it is really kind of showing her chemistry, showing how she's going to add something to the mix, which is, honestly, compared to the rest of them, a massive thing. If she's going to be adding this joke ordeal where every now and then probably somebody's going to have a problem, she's going to come up with a potion, they're going to drink it, and then shenanigan happens. But no, honestly, it does feel like her episode is going to be 2 episodes. Well, granted, technically, everybody's had technically 2 episodes. They get the introduction, and the next episode kind of shows how they fit into the mix. And that seems to be the case with Kusuri, because we only get a brief snippet of what her story is. Kusuri seems to be indicating this idea that she has a fear of people leaving her. She did something in the past, maybe the chemistry club in the school, something happened. So it shows this brief shot that as everything is kind of going downhill, we have the kissing zombies appearing. She's thinking in her head, crap, I messed up again. And in that vision, everybody's leaving her. So I imagine with the next episode, they're going to have to resolve this issue, get the fix for it, get them all fixed. And then after that, Kusuri's going to go, please don't leave me. She's going to suddenly go, crap, I messed up again. Please, I like you guys. I like Rentaro. Please don't leave me again. I think that's what's really the direction it's going to go. But yeah, I was very surprised by this episode overall, because I wasn't expecting Kusuri to be voluptuous. I wasn't expecting it. And of course, the opening of the episode, it literally shows her, and I'm like, oh, so that's what they're doing. Okay, that's going to be her. But yeah, this little brief moment where he walks by and sees her, and it's because he has the soulmate zap, not because of how she looked. He gets this little zap. He ends up going by there later on, and yeah, he finds Kusuri is this cute little girl, and he's like, wow, where's this girl that I seen earlier at? But again, my expectations was that Kusuri was going to be legit more on the petite side to kind of balance it out, because technically we have Nano and Hakari are the voluptuous. Then we have in the middle is Karane, and then we have down here is Shizuka. And I thought they were going to add another to that side to balance it out, but apparently, again, she's going to be both sides. But no, I found especially how they introduced Kusuri interesting, because it's similar to the whole situation with Nano. I was really, truly expecting that Nano would be the first case where Rentaro would run into a situation where both sides are admitting that they are in love, but Nano did not want to accept it. No matter what, I see that I'm in love, but I cannot accept it. And I thought it was going to turn one of those things where Rentaro's kind of going, crap, I got to have her fall in love with me, otherwise she's going to die. But she gave in pretty easily. And again, I was kind of expecting that to be the case here as well, where he can't find the person. He keeps seeing Kusuri, and he's like, but that's not my soulmate, and I have plenty. And eventually, he's going to, at some point later down the line, realize, oh, it's the same person. The one that I had the zappies for, it's the same person. But I think this is nice, because this is a sort of a way for the writer to introduce the idea that Rentaro is not relying on that. He came here because he was looking for that girl, and instead he found this girl. And during his engagement with her, he suddenly realizes, I'm in love with this person. She's so cute. I like this girl. So it is kind of a nice thing. And even though, yes, technically it throws in the joke that he got a love potion and he thought that was what was causing it, it kind of adds that little element to it, which was really great. But yeah, the interaction was a lot of fun. I won't say that it was my favorite little segment in this series. It's kind of just going through all the little joke things. It kind of reminded me a lot of Miss Ueno. Miss Ueno, if you guys like this kind of shenanigans where it has the scientist girl and the guys kind of having to deal with whatever experiment she does, watch Miss Ueno. Miss Ueno is so good, and it's a hot mess. So if you like the etchy and stuff in this show, it fits in there as well. But it kind of gave me the vibes of that. It's a lot of fun, just kind of going through all this weird contraptions she makes. Obviously, giving an indication this girl loves making drugs. Not that types of drug, by the way. She's like, I always want to try it. So don't do that. Eventually, kind of going through a bunch of different things she's made. She was talking about like a gender swap thing and everything, and I immediately thought of Onimai. But yeah, eventually getting to the magnet medicine and getting attached to him and looking up. She was super cute. She's a little angel. And then, yeah, kind of revealing the fact that she did give him a love potion in the tea, and he wants to puke it out. He's like, no, if I'm falling in love with you, I want to be because I'm, sober. I don't want to because of something forcing me to. I want to fall in love with you for me. And that's obviously something that's, hits her before he starts going convulsions. I knew the moment that she had to give the undoing medicine that would undo her effect if that was the case that she has a medicine. Which, yes, it does end up happening, and she turns back to normal. Now, here was the interesting thing, because, like, she turns back to normal, and she notes the idea that, yes, this is an experiment that she's doing. She's trying to figure out a way of making herself immortal. She's doing this crazy research currently trying to figure out how to grant immortality. And apparently, it's making her smaller. Now, she does say that this is my normal self. I am a senpai. I'm a third year. And additionally, this form, this Kusuri, has vision problems and long hair. Now, putting aside the hair thing, which I think the hair thing is a lot better. I like the longer hair. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that she's noting the fact that, yes, I have worse vision in this form. Like, it's almost like she's trying to make herself smaller so that she can see better, like a younger self or something like that. But yeah, the fact that she keeps going back to that version does indicate the idea that she just likes that version overall, and that it's just a side effect of this experimentation she was doing for immortality. But again, I was kind of hoping that we would get that form with the other girls. So I'm assuming that's, again, going to be something for next episode. Again, they'll probably wrap up the kissing zombies. She'll feel like everybody's going to abandon her, and then she'll change back in her normal form, and then suddenly everybody's going to be like, crap, this girl is too much. This girl is a bit too hot. I think all the girls at that point are probably going to be jealous of her, but maybe not. No. Yeah, I almost forgot the magnet medicine. If you do it the other way, the polarization will make you this way, and it can't be shown on television. Don't show it. And then, yes, her having to use the restroom. There's a group for that. I know. And, technically that is a common joke in the idea of, like, the overly dedicated researchers, the one that just cannot focus on anything else. They're usually their living style is just, trashy because they have everything everywhere, because everything is in the way. They need to focus on, pretty much like Nano, focus on efficiency, and that's something that she's going to keep to. I'm kind of half expecting later on Nano is going to make a comment like that, like, oh, you wear diapers so that you don't have to go to the bathroom? That sounds efficient. I should start doing that. You know what's going to happen. But yeah. Oh, there it happened. It was super funny. It was kind of interesting, though, because when she changes back to her, more grown-up self, bigger self, whatever it is, it kind of indicated this idea that's making her younger, smaller, whatever. But when she gets to her bigger size, she changes mannerisms. Like, the mannerisms are similar, but her energy is not there. So I'm guessing it's indicating the idea that when she's smaller, she's got more energy, she's more genki, but when she's bigger, she's less genki. I was hoping that it would keep a similar style there, because it's kind of going the realm of split personalities rather than it just being her getting smaller. It's turning it into almost being two different personalities or two personas, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. But yeah, we get the introductions, get to find out how Nano is going to be responding to it, and she's like, oh, she said the joke that I was talking about last time. Anybody that's been watching my impressions knows that when Nano was introduced, I was saying that I kind of wish that they would talk about how Rentaro talks the girl themselves into expecting to be introduced to all the other girlfriends. He just kind of brings them there, and it's kind of assumed the conversation already happens. And I was really hoping to have the conversation between Rentaro and Nano alone, him telling her, hey, I have these other girlfriends, is that okay? And then Nano going in her head and trying to figure out if it is an efficient thing, if it makes sense logically. And it would be a funny thing for her to think in her head, oh yeah, from a male perspective, they're going to want multiple girls. So he's looking for efficiency. She literally did the joke here, but in reference to him getting Kusuri, which was kind of funny. I kind of had a little chuckle to myself about that. But yeah, that's when we go through all the medicines. First, insulting Karane. Here's one that makes you more voluptuous. This one makes you this makes you more feminine. All these things that she thinks that Karane is being told negatively about. But then she's like, no, Rentaro said that you were like beautiful and slim, and I just did these things on my own. And then she apologized to him, and he's like, I liked you getting me in that lock. It works perfectly fine. And this Hakari with the voluptuousness, I'm not a big fan of that much. I do not like, I'm more of a fan of the mid size, mid to smaller. And so, yes, that getting Hakari's like borderline for me. And so to make her go even further, I'm like, no. And she almost had like this weird, the voicing in that moment where she's in her head and she's getting bigger was like, it was not for me. It was like this kind of, she was going this weird kind of moaning moo version, which makes sense to the cow thing, but no, not me. I did like the actual medicine though. The acid on the clothing situation, which was great. And then it actually turning into something that she really liked. Like each one of them seems to hit like this moment where they're happy in the end. Kanane obviously realizing that Rentaro said a bunch of nice things about her. Having Hakari in the end, she does get his PE clothes and she gets to sniff it. It doesn't go away. She's happy. Yeah, Nano is perfectly fine with the efficiency of her hair, even perfectly fine with it going away. Shizuka gets to get the tickling and everything like that. It was great. But no, Nano was hilarious though, because yes, it's an efficiency thing. And she says its side effects is that you can lose your hair. And she's like, well, that's great because combing my hair every morning sucks. She doesn't like it. It's bothersome, which makes me wonder why she never cut her hair before. Maybe it's just a bother to cut her hair. And Rentaro likes it because he likes the smell of her hair. He's like, I will love you no matter what, but because I'm Rentaro, I'm going to say something really, really nice, and that is that I like your hair too. But yeah, Shizuka was super cute. I really do want Kusuri to mass produce that. We need Amiya bunny ears everywhere. I immediately thought of Amiya. But yeah, that eventually turns into her going to go away for a minute, and that she color-coded the drinks. They assume it's large size to small size. I knew it was probably color-coded for male and female. Everybody drinks the wrong ones. She realized this, panics. They all turn into kissing zombies. She was saying something to the effect that, like, the effect of it to libido is, like, for men, it just makes them want to kiss and make out and all that kind of stuff. For women, they already have that desire, so it just makes them go crazy or something like that. It was weirdly explained, but it makes sense. But yes, the underlying thing is that she thinks that she messed up. She's this brief flashback of her, apparently a club or something like that everybody left, and so I'm assuming that's going to be the key thing for her next episode, is that idea of abandonment, that people are going to leave her, people aren't going to like her anymore, so yeah. Super good, though. Super good episode. Yeah, things I missed is, yes, Kanane, the medicine apparently makes her have pecs rather than, like, large chest. I did get a kick out of the fact that the little attention to detail with Nano, when he was talking about her hair and smelling good and all that kind of stuff, you can kind of see the hair itself wagging, which is the concept of the medicine itself is making her able to control her hair. So her hair was wagging because she was happy. And yeah, I like the criticism that Kusuri has of Rentaro, that he barfed right after she confessed to him. He was barfing because he was trying to get it out so that he could, love her for her. And yes, she criticizes him and he immediately turns and says, "You're the one that pissed yourself." I love it. It was good. Yeah, really, really fantastic episode. Really enjoyed it. Some good ecchi, good crazy animation, like the whole thing of them going nuts and just blowing up everything. I'm like, holy crap, stop going ham on this dumb edgy harem show. But yeah, good stuff. Looking forward to the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, make sure that like button down below, comment, let me know what you thought of the episode. Addition, if you're new to the channel, make sure that subscribe button to get my content. I do news, reviews, first impressions, top list if it's anime, it's pretty much here. Addition, if you want to support the channel more, I have a Patreon link, tips link, super thanks, membership button down below. Greatly I should do that 5 times. Greatly appreciate everything, and y'all take care.